Hi guys, welcome to Japanese Easy Study channel. My name is Akira and today we are going to learn about the grammar in Japanese language Jlpt and 3, 4, 5. Or we say in Japanese nihongo noroku shiken. The first we are going to learn about the grammar of ba nani nani hodo. The grammar of ba nani nani hodo is mean the more or something and the more. So how to use the grammar of ba nani nani hodo? In Japanese, they will use the verb with. When you use the verb with the ba hodo, that means you have to change the verb form to be the ba condition and plus the same verb and end by hodo. If you use with the adjective, you should change the adjective to the form of kureba, which means that if you use with the e adjective, that means you cut the e out of the adjective and end by kureba. For example, yasashi kureba, something like this. Yasashi hodo, something like this. And for the na adjective, you just end by the nara and the same na adjective and na hodo. So when they use the grammar of ba nani nani hodo, they use with the three things. The first verb, the second e adjective, and the third is na adjective. So please you should remember how to use with the ba hodo. That means you should change the verb or the adjective to the form of ba. So to make more understand about how to use the grammar of ba hodo, the next we are going to see some example of how to use. The first example, ビートルズの音楽は聴けば聴くほど好きになります。ビートルズの音楽は聴けば聴くほど好きになります。Which means, the more I listen to the Beatles, the more I end up liking the music. The more I listen to the Beatles, the more I end up liking the music. The next example, 勉強すればするほど日本語が上手になりますよ。勉強すればするほど日本語が上手になりますよ。Which means, the more you study, the better your Japanese you get better. The more you study, the better your Japanese you get. In this sentence, you see that they use with the verb of 勉強する. So in the する form, you can change to the ba form. 勉すればするほど. Or you can say 勉強すれば勉強するほど日本語が上手になりますよ。Or you can just say 勉強すればするほど日本語が上手になりますよ。It just had the same meaning. The next, パソコンは操作が簡単なら簡単なほどいいです。パソコンは操作が簡単なら簡単なほどいいです。Which means, the easier the computer is to use, the better. The easier the computer is to use, the better. In this sentence, you will see that they will use the na adjective, right? 簡単 is na adjective. So you see that we use kantan nara, kantan na hodo, something like this. The next example, ゲームは相手が強ければ強いほど面白いです。ゲームは相手が強ければ強いほど面白いです。Which means games get more interesting as the opponents get stronger. Games get more interesting as the opponents get stronger. For the second sentence in here, they will use the EHT 強い, right? So when you use the EHT with the Hodo, that means you should cut the E out of the HT 強い, right? So they cut out of the HT, so we just have only 強ければ and continue by that HT 強いほど面白いです something like this. The next we are going to learn about the grammar of ba nani nani noni. The grammar of ba nani nani noni is mean would have, should have, if only something. And how to use. In Japanese, when you want to use the grammar of ba nani nani noni, that means you should change the verb or the adjective or the noun to the ba form. For the verb, you can change the verb to be the ba condition form. For example, ikeba, something like this. Ikeba, something like this. And now adjective, as we just learned the last moment, you cut the e out of the adjective and end by kereba. Yasashi kereba, something like this, right? For the na adjective, you just end by nara and plus by some cross and end by noni. And for now, just use the same as na adjective, which means plus nara and plus some cross and end by noni. The meaning of the grammar of ba nani noni, that means if you do this, you get better with something, right? That means you will use in the situation that something happened. But if you have the better, if you do this solution, you can get better, but you don't do. So you can use the grammar of ba nani noni to help explain that feeling. To make more understand, let's see some sample. このカバン欲しいけど高いな。もっと安ければいいのに。このカバン欲しいけど高いな。もっと安ければいいのに。Which means, I want this bag, but it's pretty expensive. If only it were a bit cheaper, or something. That means this bag is pretty expensive, but if cheaper, I will buy something like this. The next example. もうちょっと早く来れば大好きなアイドルが見えるのに。もうちょっと早く来れば大好きなアイドルが見えるのに。Which means, if only I came a little earlier, I can have seen my favorite idol. If only I came a little earlier, I could have seen my favorite idol. This means if you come faster or you come earlier, you can see your idol, but you just come a little late, so your idol went away, so you cannot see. So to explain this feeling, you can use 早く来ればアイドルが見えるのに something like this. The next, 日本語がもっと上手なら仕事が見つけれるのにな。日本語がもっと上手なら仕事が見つけるのにな。Which means, if only I were better at Japanese, I would be able to find a job. If only I were better at Japanese, I would be able to find a job. 映画はとても面白かった。君も行けばよかったのに。映画はとても面白かった。君も行けばよかったのに。Which means, the movie was very interesting. You should have come. The movie was very interesting. You should have come. In this sentence, it means that when you went to see movie alone, and that movie was very interesting, and your friend very interested in that movie, but your friend didn't go with you. So you can say that if you came with me, is better, is very good for you. To express that feeling, you can use 君も行けばよかったのに something like this. If you come with me, it's better, it's great, it's wonderful, it's good for you, something like this. The next, we are going to learn about the grammar of Bakaride. The grammar of Bakaride is mean only or just. Negative description. That means you will use bakari in the negative description. If you use the bakaride, that means you will use the situation that minus, not plus. So how to use? You can use the verb in causal form with bakaride, adjective, and non-adjective, and end by bakaride or followed by bakaride. So please remember how to use the bakaride. Actually, the bakaride they will use in the situation that in negative situation. So to make more understand about how to use the grammar of bakaride, let's go to see some example together. The first example, 夏は暑いばかりで楽しくないでしょう。夏は暑いばかりで楽しくないですよ。Which means summer is just hot all the time. It's no fun at all. Summer is just hot all the time. It's no fun at all. The next example. この仕事は忙しいばかりで意味がない。この仕事は忙しいばかりで意味がない。Which means this job is just busy all the time, but there's no point to it. This job is just busy all the time, but there's no point to it. That means this job is really busy, but you cannot get the benefit from it. Or you can get but the very little benefit. So you can use 忙しばかりで意味がない something like this. The next example. 主人は小説を読んでいるばかりで家事を全然手伝ってくれない。主人は小説を読んでいるばかりで家事を全然手伝ってくれない。Which means my husband just reads novels all day and never helps out with the home housework. My husband just reads novels all day and never helps out with the housework. The next example. 毎日仕事ばかりで、夢の中でも働いているみたいな気になる。毎日仕事ばっかりで、夢の中でも働いているみたいな気になる。Which means every day is constant work and I even feel like I'm working in my dreams. Every day is constant work and I even feel like I'm working in my dreams. That means you work so hard you don't have time to do something. So this is the negative situation for you because you work all the time, all day, every week, every month. No time to take tour to foreign countries. So it's not good if you do something like that. So this situation is in the negative. So you should take the balance between work and take a break to travel or to relax. So to explain or to express the feeling something like this, you can use bakaride. But if you work, it's good for you. You can get a lot of money. You can get the wealthy from your work. You can get experience, something like this. It's good for you. So you cannot use the bakaride to explain something like this. Thank you very much for watching my video clip. And please help me subscribe my channel if you haven't. ありがとうございました。